Chapter 1, Kindling. In a small apartment building in downtown Boston. Click on the lights, briefly startled by the figure staring back at you. It only takes a moment to realize that the figure is your own reflection. Who are you? So these are your body types. Choose a face. All done. What do you think? Already furnished, rent-controlled, and all to myself, this place was such a lucky find. You say this aloud, with enthusiasm, as if trying to convince yourself. Then why don't I feel satisfied? A dark pit forms in your stomach, the weekend dread of Monday morning grips you again. I moved to Boston to start a new PR job, but I'm not even sure I like PR. I'm really not looking forward to wasting away at a desk. I feel like my life isn't moving forward. I just wish I could actually help people come home to someone special, have more adventures. Someone special. This transition would be a lot easier if I had someone to share my life with. I wish I could find someone that shares the same values and dreams as me. You steady yourself and take a deep breath, and the unmistakable scent of smoke hits you. The smell becomes overpowering, and you hear a distinct crackling noise coming from the apartment below. Oh my god, there's a fire! You race to the front door, throwing it open and looking down the apartment hallway. Smoke alarm blares in the hall, and people begin filing out of their apartments. Panic. A little girl peeks out of the apartment next to yours, her face streaked with tears. My grandma, she's trapped in her room. The door's jammed, smoke's pouring in, and... The little girl sniffles, wiping her eyes against the smoke. You should leave, but... Don't worry, I'll get her out. You feel called to help the girl. She nods and opens the door for you. Inside the neighboring apartment, you can hear an older woman's voice. Someone help, please. I'm stuck. Don't worry, ma'am. I've got you. I'll kick in the door, hack into it. Kick in the door. Step clear of the door, ma'am. Goodness, okay. You hear retreating footsteps, and you square your shoulders, take a deep breath, and heave all your strength into kicking down the door. You wince, your legs singing in pain, but the woman rushes forward and embraces her granddaughter. Oh, my precious, and Andy, I'm so sorry to scare you like that. It's okay, Grandma Martha. The firefighter was here to help us. Oh, I'm not a firefighter. You hear the blare of fire engine. Peek out the window to see firefighters piling out. They look so cool, so heroic. A particular firefighter strides forward with purpose, catching your eye. It's so hot. Art of Fire is a single love interest book. Be sure to pick someone who gets you hot and bothered. Oh, is there going to be a dumpster fire? Who do I see? A man? Let's see our options. 1, 2, 3. Let's see the female options for all of you who are interested in that. 1, 2. Oh, look! 3. But I know there's a lot of women who watch this stuff for male love interest, so... I feel like number 1 is probably the best bet. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Actually, no, I'm gonna go with number 2. The building suddenly lurches on its foundation, snapping you back to reality, and the flames start curling up from the floor below. We have to get out of here now. You don't have to tell me twice. You heard Andy and Martha through the door in the middle of the hall. Andy cries out, Oh no, my kitty is in the living room. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but we'll have to leave Binky behind. Andy sobs into her hands. You're torn. On one hand, getting out of the building is what matters. On the other, if I have time to save Binky, shouldn't I? I should go back to save Binky. You two go ahead. Follow the other evacuees. But dear... You don't hear the rest of whatever she says, turning and racing back to her burning apartment. Smoke rolls in through the cracked window and you cough, shielding your face against it. Binky, here, kitty. You hear a sudden squeak from underfoot. Your stomach plummets when you find a stuffed cat. It's just a toy. Great, I risked my life for a stuffed animal. You stoop to retrieve Binky and rush for the door. Suddenly, boom! A massive explosion rocks the building. You race for the door and find... Oh no. The hallway is completely overrun with flames. You cough and shield your face, grimacing through the smoke. Flames were an additional $4.99 I couldn't pay. No way I'm getting out. You backtrack down the hallway to your apartment, your mind whirring. Can I make a jump that high if I can get out the window? Before you have the opportunity to look down, gauge your chances, you hear the shatter of glass and feel a rush of cool air. What now? But time stands still when you turn to your open window and find the sexy firefighter from before climbing through. And every time he breaks through a window, he just goes, "Oh yeah!" Hang tight. I'm gonna get you out of here. You're taken in by the cool confidence the firefighter exudes, even while he's wreathed in flames. He leaps nimbly into your apartment. You're amazed how graceful he is. He even weighed down by the heavy equipment. Thank God you're here. One more second and I would have been literal toast. He offers you a hand and you take it. You suddenly feel a warmth that has nothing to do with the encroaching inferno. Name's Shay Phoenix. I'm the guy who's gonna save your life. He quickly clears the remaining glass from the window before taking one last sweeping glance of your apartment. Stay close to me. He sweeps you off your feet, literally into a fireman's hold. You're startled by how strong he is and how confidently he holds you. Once on the fire escape, he affixes a rope to his belt and wraps his arms around your middle. Hold on tight. Happily. You hold your breath as he repels you both down to the ground. Your heart pounds with a rush of adrenaline. You exhale shakily when you feel your feet hit the pavement. Whoa, that was surprisingly painless. Well, this wasn't my first rodeo. He pauses, prompting you for your name. I'm Ridley, and I'm hallucinating, aren't I? I thought firefighters this sexy only existed in romance novels. Tell me you're not a figment of my imagination. He chuckles, low in his throat. I'm real as the fire that's about to total your building. And at least 3 times as hot. You're gonna get me in trouble talking like that. Now, if you don't mind. With a jolt, you realize you still have your arms tied around him, and you let go with an awkward cough. Right, they probably still need you inside. Though you're not holding each other anymore, you and Shay remain close together. You gaze into his eyes, spellbound. Binky! The spell breaks when the little Andy sprints over to you. With a smile, you hand over her stuffed cat. We're all safe and sound now, Andy. Even Binky. Thank you, Miss Firefighter. With a tearful smile, she gave your leg a tight hug before bounding off to join her grandma. You glance at Shay, he's giving you a thoughtful look. Going back into a fire to save a cat is either really brave or really reckless. In my defense, I thought it was a real cat when I went back for him. I can appreciate a cat lover, though I'm a little surprised Andy seemed to think you were a firefighter. Well, she jumped to that conclusion because I broke the door down to save her grandmother. He raises his eyebrows. You can't tell if he's impressed or concerned. That was risky, Ridley. But it shows you're a real hero. Me? A hero? I was just happy to help. I wasn't trying to be a hero. No real hero is ever trying to be one. Trust me, I have an eye for this kind of thing. You've got a good heart. The one that sometimes compels me to walk through fire for a stuffed animal. Your impulse control needs a little work, that's all. You and Sheriff smiled. It set your heart racing again. He leads you over to the back of an ambulance. See, I need to check your vitals and make sure you're not hurt. He reaches under your shirt, gently pressing his fingers to your ribs. You shiver at the sensation. Any trouble breathing? Yeah, but in my defense, you have your hand under my shirt. He pulls away with a chuckle, and you almost miss the feeling of his touch on your skin. Alright then, you won't mind if I ask how you're feeling. Currently, I'm flustered by a sexy firefighter. You're relentless, aren't you? I'm just reporting the facts. With a smirk, he leans in a little closer and speaks low in your ear. Then I should probably report you're not the only one feeling the heat. Does a quick check of your vision, breathing, and heart rate. A rush of warmth floods your body as he takes your pulse, his firm hand gently squeezing your wrist. You don't seem to be having any lasting effects of smoke inhalation. I'm glad I was able to get you out safely. He smiles one more time as he turns to leave, but you stop him. Wait, my adrenaline is through the roof and I won't be going home anytime soon. Any chance I could buy you a drink as a proper thank you? You fully expect him to make an excuse for having to get back to the station, but instead he smirks. If you're willing to sit tight till the fire is out, I know just the place. After Shay gets out of uniform, the two of you make the short drive to a swanky bar downtown. He grabs you a spot at the bar, orders drinks for both of you. You take a deep sip, feeling warmth and surprising comfortable in his presence. So tell me, how did you end up becoming a firefighter? He ducks his head a bit, taking a deep drink while he considers his response. It's, kind of the family business. Let's leave it at that. Did I just hit a sensitive topic? So what brings you to Boston? I'm assuming you're not a local. What gave me away? Is it my appearance or personality? Appearance? I know I'm not wearing any Red Sox gear, but I can assure you I have a super comfy Celtics hoodie at home. He laughs, but your nerves light up when his gaze sweeps over you hungrily. Trust me, Ridley, there's nothing wrong with your appearance. Really, it's that you don't seem to have that brash, wearing your heart on your sleeve, trademark Bostonian attitude. I thought that was just a stereotype. Stereotypes have to come from somewhere. Not that I'm knocking it. I definitely fit the bill at times, but you seem more poised. I don't know about poised, but your powers of deduction are strong. I just moved here recently. I came here for a job. It's a good job, but I'm not sure it has the right move. Not everything you were expecting. It just feels like something's missing. I just wish my life had more purpose. Don't let the job define your purpose. Just find out what you're passionate about and try to make that your purpose. Easier said than done. Regardless, someone as brave and gorgeous as you shouldn't be locked up in a cubicle. You try to hide the heat rising to your cheeks by taking another sip of your cocktail. The conversation continues remarkably easy, and after your second cocktail, the server drops off the check. You try to grab it, but he is quicker. Hey, I said this was my treat, for saving my life and everything. Technically speaking, I was just doing my job. Plus, your company is enough of a treat for me. Well, that one's easier on my pockets. If you insist, you can get me next time. Next time? Is that your way of asking me out again? Why not? I thought I was your hero. The guy that saved your life tonight. Well, those were your words, but I'll happily concede. But seriously, I admire your selflessness. You risk your life day in and day out to protect people. That's incredibly selfless. He shakes his head, a mischievous glint in his eyes. You have no idea how selfless I can be, Ridley. Your face grows hot as easy charm, but you can't help feeling like he's deflecting your praise. Play humble all you want. Tonight you're my superhero firefighter. Then I'm glad to be of your service. He covers your hand with his and gazes deep into your eyes. But I think I'm the lucky one in this scenario. After all, I got to meet you. If you keep flattering me like that, I'm gonna throw myself at you. His eyes darken as he smirks at you. Would that be such a bad thing? You feel drawn to him in a way you didn't think was possible. Suddenly feel like taking yet another risk. There's a coat room by the door, and I haven't seen anyone go inside all night. As if he can read your mind, you notice his gaze dart towards the coat closet in question. You smile to yourself. It could be the perfect place to get a little privacy. Diamond choice. Let's go somewhere private. You nod towards the coat room, and without a moment's hesitation, he takes your hand and leads the way. A quick look around to make sure you aren't spotted, and the two of you slip inside. The door closes behind you, and you find yourself looking up into his eyes, a blaze of desire burning in his gaze. Hopefully this isn't too cramped for you. I prefer to think of it as cozy, and besides, you don't know cramped until you've hooked up in the front seat of a fire engine. As he rests his hands on your hips, your mind floods with images of him, undressed, sweating, smirking as you straddle him. Snap out of it, Ridley. Now's the time for action, not fantasizing. I wanna take charge and kiss him. Your lips claim his as you pin him back to the wall, your first kiss alight with a fiery passion. Your kiss grows in intensity, tongues dancing with each other. Eventually, he pulls back to catch his breath. Really, I had no idea. What? That I can kiss as well as I can run into a burning building? Kiss him again, your hands roaming over his sculpted chest. Do you bench press the truck in between calls? You gotta be in shape to do this job. He smirks as he leans back and shrugs off his overshirt, slowly peels off his t-shirt. Shay. He gasps quietly as he reveals the map of scars across his torso and arms. He takes your hand, kisses your fingers, and runs them over his scars. Let me guess, each one tells a story? Something like that. Call it an occupational hazard. You hum thoughtfully, running your fingertips gently over the scars of his stomach and pausing when he inhales sharply. Too much? Not at all, I just haven't been touched like this in a while. Now that I find hard to believe. Kiss all the ones I can reach. You dip your head down to brush your lips over the scar on his left shoulder and kiss a trail down his chest. Your lips caress every scar available to you. He groans quietly when you kiss his chest. I've never been touched like this, but I could get used to it. Good, because I could be here all night. You drop to your knees, relishing the way he grasps when you kiss the scars on his stomach, and he seizes up by the shoulder and eases you up. You're in way too many clothes for this. Then do something about it, why don't you? He laughs and you moan when he surges forward to kiss you deeply, tugging at your clothes all the while. There's that bossy streak. Maybe there's more Boston in you than I thought. Not nearly enough Boston in me, as a matter of fact. He silences your brazen flirting with a heated kiss that makes you moan, and you let him hurriedly rid you of your clothing. When you're mostly bare before him, he sucks in his breath, his gaze roving all over your body. God, you're gorgeous. His lips again find yours, and you return the passion as you let your hands explore his body, fingers roaming the muscles of his back. The calluses of his palms and fingertips scrape your skin in a pleasant way that makes you shiver, but he pulls back. I'm sorry, Ridley, I know my hands are rough. Another hazard of the job. You shake your head, taking both of his hands and ears and kissing his palms gently. Actually, I think you should touch me more. He groans when you let your tongue flicker over his forefinger, his eyes darkening. Tell me, Ridley, Tell me where you want me to touch you. You can start with my chest. You guide his hands to your breast, groaning into his kiss as he kneads each globe greedily. If we weren't in public, I'd say your bra is very much getting in the way here. Your thoughts race as you imagine what his hands or even mouth could do to unimpeded by any clothing. Then you'll just have to take me somewhere private to make up for it. You shiver at the intentional, gentle way he touches and teases you, offset by the ferocity of his kisses. Yes, just like that. Groan when he touches a particularly sensitive part of you and he silences it with another kiss. Much as I'd like to hear those gorgeous moans, we don't want to get caught. A jolt of lust shoots through you and you remember that you're very much in public. It's nerve-wracking, but it's also kinda hot. You wrap your arms tightly around him, matching the intensity of his kisses as your tongues tangle together. He guides you back until your shoulders hit the wall and you grip the back of his neck as he kisses yours. Really, I want you so bad. You can't deny wanting him too. You groan as quietly as possible as his teeth scrape your collarbone. I want you to, but not here. I won't be able to contain those gorgeous moans for much longer. With a growl of frustration, he lifts his head and kisses you gently on the lips. And I want to hear them, which means this isn't the place to keep pushing this. You drop quick, soft kisses to his lips and cheek. Another time, another place, preferably a place where we can make all the noises we want. You can't deny your disappointment when he steps back to retrieve his clothing. The two of you get dressed quietly. Much as I wish we could keep going, this was nice. Nice. That was a little better than that. The wind is knocked out of you when he presses forward and catches your lips in another mind-melting kiss. You grip the back of his shirt and groan quietly against his tongue. He's smirking when he pulls back. Trust me, Ridley, I'm going to be thinking about this every night for the foreseeable future. You feel wild and jittery at his bold admission, once again thinking of what you could do together. Time and place, Ridley, time and place. I'm glad we got to do this. Thank you for saving my life. It may be a boring life, but still, I'm pretty attached to it. Please stop thanking me for that. I'll get a complex, and besides, there's nothing boring about you, Ridley, not even close. Okay, Mr. All in a Day's Work, how about I just say job well done instead? I can live with that. Tension crackles between you, even now, but you have to go. You reach reluctantly for the door handle, but he pulls you back against his chest and cleaves his lips to yours once more. It's a brief kiss, but every bit as scorching as the ones you shared before, and as before, it's all over all too soon. Let's get out of here. Fine. Never thought I'd want to stay in a stuffy coat closet. He chuckles as he leads you quickly out of the coat room into the fresh air once again. Once outside, you shiver slightly in the cool night air. He presses a quick kiss to your cheek. I'm glad I met you, Ridley. This was a hell of a night. That was a hell of an understatement. He chuckles and turns to leave, but he stops before he can fully walk away. I meant what I said, Ridley. About you being a hero. You don't have to fight fires to change people's lives for better. You should follow your heart, though. I'll think about it. Thank you. As you part ways, his words play over and over in your mind. You find yourself feeling resolute, bold. I really think meeting him has changed my life. He's so passionate, so brave. I'll never experience half as much as he has if I stay in a stuffy office job, so I'm done. You take a deep breath, recalling the adrenaline of the night and the way it made you feel on top of the world. I'm gonna become a firefighter like the man who saved my life. A few months later. Your training is finally over and you're ready to start your job as a firefighter. She's worn the same outfit for months. I hope it won't take too long for them to place me. I'm desperate to get on the job. You watch as the public officials and first responders file into the Boston City Hall, scanning the crowd for a familiar face. I don't see Shay. Ugh, I seriously can't believe I never got his number. If it's meant to be, I'm sure we'll meet again. For now, I need to stop lusting after a stranger and think about my career. You're nervous as you enter the office of the fire commissioner, Krista Campbell. She beckons you inside with a smile. You must be Ridley Ray. Come on in, so we can get started. Yes, ma'am. It's an honor to meet you. Nonsense. You were the first in your training class. Trust me, the honor is all on this side of the table. And please call me Commissioner. Ma'am makes me feel ancient. Got it, Commissioner. Not sure of how to act in her presence, you stand rigid at attention. At ease, soldier. Have a seat. I may be your superior, but we all want the same thing. Letting out a small smile, you take a seat opposite the commissioner. I asked you here today personally to discuss your placement. I'm sending you to Engine 57. I have a job already? That's amazing. I just graduated from the fire academy. I didn't expect it to happen so quickly. I won't let you down, Commissioner. I know you won't, but don't get too excited just yet. She exhales. Her warm, friendly demeanor becomes more businesslike. Engine 57 is fresh out of a merger. Thanks to budget cuts, they had to absorb another squad. And let's just say that the battalion chief is having trouble uniting the team. I know every station carries a lot of pride in their squad. Putting two together has gotta cause some clashes. Unfortunately, if things don't turn around by the end of the year, commendation ceremony, Engine 57 might shut down entirely. Ridley, you've proven yourself smart, capable, and resourceful. I'm hoping your optimistic personality and can-do attitude might make a difference. You take a moment to sit with the responsibility the commissioner just levied on you. This is a chance to show the commissioner and everyone else what I'm made of. I promise I'll make the squad a family. I pride myself on my ability to bring people together. I know you won't let me down, but there is one more catch. Your new job at Engine 57 starts today. Today? Unfortunately, time is a luxury we don't have. I want to get you in there as soon as possible. You take a deep breath as you catch a look at your reflection in the commissioner's shiny nameplate. What's bothering you? I know it's not a beauty pageant, and I'll be in uniform, but I'm worried about making a good first impression. If you really want to go in there with a bang, I do have a great hairstylist I could get you in with right away. If you could pull that off, I'd be really grateful. Being commissioner comes with a few perks. Consider it done. Diamond choice. Okay, listen. What the frack are these hairstyles? So we've got pretty and plated. Suddenly we've gained hair out of nowhere. And then we've got bold and beaded. Okay? And then we've just got a normal hairstyle. Yep, nope, we're staying with the original. I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather get to this station ASAP. The commissioner smiles as she stands up to shake your hand. Enjoy your first day, Proby. I know you're going to do great. What the hell was that hairstyle choices? Your heart is in your throat when you arrive at Engine 57, your new home away from home. You can do this, Ridley. Just put your best foot forward. But when you walk into the firehouse, you're greeted by a scene of pure chaos. You can't hear all the arguments, but it's easy for you to pick up on the one happening right in front of you. Maybe that's how it was done in Engine 59, but this is how it's done here. No wonder you guys are always so inept. You have zero rationale for anything you do. Seems like the commissioner might have undersold the dissension a bit. All this time complaining, and we could have already cleaned the first engine. Except this is not my turn in the rotation to clean the stupid engines. Oh, no firefighter ever in the history of firefighters would call their engines stupid. This is getting heated. Maybe I should try to diffuse this tension. Squad score, got it. Hey. Shouldn't you two focus on saving lives? I'm new here. Can you tell me about the rotation? And diffusing means they're... Okay, we're gonna just go with it. I'm new here. Can you tell me about the rotation? The younger firefighter glares at you, then huffs and lets her hackles drop. See, even the probie knows the value of a chore chart. But it's also not my job to hold the new kid's hand. I'd rather clean the damn engine. I give you a brief nod before stalking off, and the other firefighter turns to you with a grateful smile. You're a lifesaver. I couldn't get them to listen to a word I said. You look from her around the station, where you could count at least 3 different arguments taking place at once. Commissioner Campbell warned me it would be rough, but I didn't think it would be this bad. What's going on here? Just Engine 57 and 59 bonding and coming together. I'm Amelia Goodry, by the way. I'm an EMT and a firefighter here. Welcome to Engine 57. Thanks, I think. Who was that you were talking to? That was Lux. Lux Andradad. I'm told they mean well, but I haven't really seen that side of them myself. I have to ask, do 57 and 59 ever get along? Not since the merger. We used to be competitive, but friendly. Now we're just competitive. Don't let me scare you away, though. They're all good people. We'll get over the growing pains. She offers you a weak smile as she not so subtly tries to block your line of sight on another argument. I already told you, that's not where that goes. Why the hell not? Your organization system here is atrocious. Yeah. Nothing makes any sense. Amelia shakes her head in frustration at first, but eventually clues you in. The older guy is Harold Dawala. He's a 57 EMT, so we've worked together for a while. He's like the station dad. And the other two? The couple of 59ers, the pretty boy is Declan something. He never gave me his last name. That's a little rude, don't you think? Like I said, it's tense. The other guy is Stefan Liang, though he's 59's battalion chief. Liang is a strong personality, but he's a damn good firefighter. I know it stings, but that he's not chief. Come on, I think you've seen enough fighting. Let me show you your locker and get you your uniform. Amelia leads you to your locker, where your uniform is hanging, and then steps outside to give you some privacy. A few moments later, you're standing in front of a dingy mirror, admiring your new look. Yay! Finally got out of that atrocious yellow uniform, or outfit. After all my training, I finally looked the part. You open the door and pose for Amelia. Hey, you look very heroic. She smiles at you, and you're starting to feel like you belong, until she sighs. Now, don't hate me. I was supposed to show you around today, but I'm absolutely swamped. Since the merger, cleaning duty is twice the hassle. And you don't have anyone to help you out? Not since Lux all but spat in my face when I asked them. Believe me, I wish I had an extra set of hands. Seeing her look so dejected, you start to wonder if this is your big chance to make the squad more comfortable. Wait, Commissioner Campbell sent me here to bring the squad together. What better way than to show him I'm not afraid to dive in and get my hands dirty? Diamond, enjoy it. Why don't I give you a hand? Seriously, that would be amazing. The rest of this house has to be dragged, kicking and screaming out on a cleaning day. Hey, I'm part of this team now. Only fair I should chip in. Great, come on. Let's go scrub those engines down. Amelia gets you a bucket of sudsy water, and soon the two of you are going to work on the fire engines and getting to know each other better. Did you grow up around here? Me? Oh, heck no. I'm from a small town in Connecticut. I came up here for college and then kind of stuck around. I thought about med school, but firefighting ended up being more my speed. Well, I'm sure you would have made a great doctor, too. What about you? What made you run into a burning building? Honestly, I was inspired by my rescuer. When I was in a fire, I thought my luck had run out. In comes this fearless babe of a firefighter to save me. The way he put his own life at risk to save me jarred something loose in me. I hope jarred something loose isn't an innuendo. No, we never got that far. Get your mind out of the gutter. I meant he inspired me. I probably shouldn't say too much more about Shay in case Amelia knows him. Yeah, it could get awkward. Especially if they're currently innuendoing. Oh, well, I'm glad his bravery led you here, and I'm sure he's probably glad too, wherever he is. You continue to chat aimlessly as you race down the giant trucks. I'm glad you're here. We've been going through a rough patch, but maybe a new face will help us all get over it. I get it. Change can be hard. Especially combining two houses into one. Suddenly we're crammed in here and everyone's getting on each other's nerves. I wonder what they're like away from the station. Do any of you ever hang outside of work? I wish. When I first started, we'd occasionally have a night out. There's a great firefighter bar in town. Maybe I can bring that social night back. It doesn't seem like it would be like twisting arms to get people to go out to a bar, let alone firefighter bar. You'd think so, but I feel like this crew leaves work so aggravated with each other that they just want to go home and drink alone. Probably not the healthiest way to deal with stress. Look, Amelia, I'm not sure how much one person can do, but I'll do whatever I can to help the squad. She looks you up and down with a smile. It seems like she's on the verge of tears. If we weren't all wet and sudsy, I'd give you a big hug. The merger has been an absolute hell on my anxiety. I bet. It can't be easy being surrounded by people arguing all day. I hope we can be friends. I'd love that. I feel like we can already have a lot in common. One last rinse and the fire engines are gleaming bright red. Not bad. See what teamwork can do? You high-fivers, you're both taking the fruits of your labor. Come on, let's go to the common room. I'll introduce you to everyone. Soon you find yourself at the common room, packed full of your new colleagues. Hey everyone, But they can't even hear you over the sound of their own bickering. Seems like everyone in the room is arguing with someone else. Looks like I've really got my work cut out for me if I want to bring the squad together. You clear your throat, ready to yell over the crowd when a door slams and the room goes instantly quiet. Oh, here comes the chief. You hear the chief storming down the stairs and brace yourself for more yelling. It starts before he even hits the room. If I have to tell you amateurs to keep it down one more time. Shay? His name comes out of your mouth almost unbidden, and he turns to you. His face is set in a deep scowl. It's Chief Phoenix to you, Proby. Ridley? All the vitriol leaves his expression when his gaze lands on you. The room is silent and your thoughts are racing. The firefighter who saved my life, the man who inspired me to change careers, is my boss? Oh no, drama! Whatever. Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description. Plenty of things to check out there. Without further ado, yes, there is a Chapter 2 that comes out today. Look, I'm ahead of the literal app. So, with this, I'll say the following. One, in the Open Hearts on Fire, we didn't even get to choose who Shay was. So now that we've done that, and then we came to this one, it's different, right? So it was a female in that book, which is a bit weird that they forced that experience on us, versus I don't believe we ever got to choose who Shay was. Like, we played as, Ethan, so, Shay was just forced upon us as a chick, since we were playing as Ethan, so, just throwing that out there. Choices, I know it's hard doing your job, but maybe next time offer us options to what you're going to lead to. And then also we could have uploaded from that book, right? So that way it would have known our love interest and possibly more. So that way we wouldn't have had to go through a selection process. Just saying. Aside from that, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would have got, the other book out, or at least the chapter of the game one, by now, and I was literally 45 minutes into it. But then the power and my whole house flickered for whatever bloody reason. And so yeah, I've got to do it all over again because if you're trying to record and whatnot and power goes out, pretty much just makes the file unable to be used at all. So yeah, no, I got to do that all over again. And today's my birthday, so there's 45 plus minutes of my life down the drain. So yeah, please consider supporting the work that I do. There's also the join and thanks features on the channel. Without further ado, let me get back to work. Peace out.